All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. It's a new framework called Copilot GIS Orchestra. And honestly, it looks like it could completely shake up how we deal with those messy, complex GIS data workflows.
So think about this for a second. What if, instead of that tangled mess of scripts you're always trying to manage, you had, well, a conductor, a single smart guide for your entire data operation? That's really the heart of what we're talking about here.
I mean, if you've ever worked with GIS data, you know the drill, right? It feels like you're constantly trying to wrangle data from all these different places, writing bits of glue code just to get them to play nicely together. It's a ton of manual work, it's repetitive, and let's be honest, it's often super fragile.
Okay, but what if you could change that? What if you could turn that messy, frustrating rehearsal into a clean, totally automated, perfectly synchronized performance? Well, that's exactly what GIS Orchestra is promising to do. So, let's get to it. Time to meet our new conductor. The framework is called Copilot GIS Orchestra, and its whole purpose in life is to bring some much-needed order to that chaos we were just talking about. Okay, so what is this thing exactly? The official definition calls it a machine-first, Node.js-based framework, where an AI assistant generates GIS workflows from a single structured specification. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Let's break that down. Machine-first is a key idea, and we'll circle back to that. It's built on Node.js, which is cool, but the really big deal here? An AI assistant actually generates the code for you, and it does it all based on one single instruction file. So about that machine-first philosophy, what does that even mean? It's easy to think it means, humans, get out of the way. But that's not it at all. It's actually the opposite. The idea is that we, the humans, do the important high-level thinking. We design the grand plan, the overall flow, and then we come back at the end to check the results. The machine, with the AI as its guide, handles all the tedious, boring stuff in the middle, the actual code generation. It's really about creating a partnership.
Okay, so if the AI is the conductor, how does it know what music to play? Simple. It reads the sheet music. And for this orchestra, that sheet music is a single, all-important JSON file.
And this is where it gets really elegant. The entire workflow, I mean everything, from grabbing the data to cleaning it up, transforming it, getting it ready for a database, it's all defined in that one file. That JSON becomes the absolute, undeniable, single source of truth for the whole process. No more guessing.
So the whole process boils down to this really simple but powerful three-step loop. Step 1. You, the human, write the score. You create that master JSON file. Step 2. The conductor, the AI agent, reads your score and figures out what needs to happen. And step 3. The orchestra plays. The AI just generates all the Node.js scripts needed to make it happen. That's it.
All right, so that's the theory, and it sounds great. But what does this actually look like in practice? When the rubber meets the road. How do all these generated scripts work together to get the job done? There's a great quote from the creators that really nails this. They say, Orchestra reflects the coordinated execution of multiple tools. The workflow spec acts as the score, and the AI agent generates the performers, scripts that play it. I love that. It's not one big, clunky program. It's a whole bunch of small, specialized scripts, the performers, all playing together in perfect harmony, all thanks to that AI conductor and its sheet music.
And man, when you put the old way and the orchestra way side by side, the difference is just night and day. The old way, you've got scripts all over the place, brittle glue code holding it all together. It's a nightmare to maintain. The orchestra way, it's clean, it's automated, and because it all starts from that one central spec file, it is so much easier to understand, to debug, and to run again later.
And don't think this is just for little, simple tasks. Not at all. There's a real-world example they walk through that's pretty complex. Just from that one JSON file, the AI generates a whole pipeline that unzips archives, parses a huge collection of KML parameters, processes a bunch of related CSV files, even infers the data types, and then spits out clean, structured JSON all ready to go into a database. I mean, that is a ton of work, and it's all automated from one spec.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Why does this approach matter so much? What's the real payoff of having an AI conduct your data pipeline?
So what's going on under the hood that makes all this magic happen? Well, it's a few key things working together. The whole thing runs in a Node.js environment.
There's a knowledge-oriented repository, think of it like a textbook, that teaches the AI agent how to do specific GIS tasks. You know, how to handle KML, CSVs, and get stuff ready for PostGIS. And all of that comes together to create those AI-generated scripts that do all the heavy lifting, all pointed in the right direction by that single JSON file.
All right, let's be fair and look at both sides. The benefits here are pretty huge. You can spin up a working pipeline from just one spec file way faster than before. And because it's so explicit, it's a lot easier to check your work and maintain it down the road. Now, what about the limits? Well, right now, the public demos mostly use plain old JSON. They're not yet showcasing JSON LD for linked data, which is a bit more advanced. But the key thing is, the framework itself is built to handle it. It's just not in the starter examples yet.
So if this sounds interesting to you, and how could it not, there are a few great ways to get started. You can check out the official overview video, which is a great place to start, or if you want to get your hands dirty, you can follow the step-by-step demo that tackles that KML and CSV process we talked about. And finally, you can dive into the community write-up to see how folks are thinking about this in the bigger picture. When you step back, this really feels like a fundamental shift in how we work. We're moving away from painstakingly coding every little step ourselves and moving toward designing the high-level strategy, the symphony, and then letting an AI conductor handle the actual performance. Which really just leaves one big question for all of us.